when Steel talks, everybody listens.
Leadership team to provide feedback. The next presenter will be Mr. James Dandridge, President of the Community Education Council, District 18.
Thank you, Superintendent. Good evening, parent community. How are you doing tonight? My name is James Anthony Dandridge. I'm the President of the Education Council, parent and volunteer, here on behalf of the parents and the children of the District 18 community. Let me open up by saying that as a representative of the Education Council, I'm here to state that we are not opposed to parent choice. What the council is opposed to is the co-location of this charter school in this school building. This charter school is presently located in the District 18 school building right here in our community, already in place. We have requested with several meetings to see the same detailed documentation that was just presented to you as to why this charter school is a good fit in this school building. We have not received the same detailed documentation as to why it would not be a good fit in the building that's already occupied by them. So that in itself is a question where all things should stop. We ask that the co-location, or the expansion, I should say, of this charter school be housed in the building that they're presently in. They're, in our opinion, on a personal note, if I can get this into my 2 minutes, I'm personally opposed to the fact that attending these hearings, that the community itself, parent versus parent, neighbor versus neighbor, children versus children are pitted against each other. History has a way of repeating itself. I go back to our history as an African people, to the African continent, where tribes fought against each other, and we wound up being put in slavery and sent to a place that we now want to be. We are here, we have to deal with it. It's our tax dollars that pay for the school wherever their children get educated. It's our money, and we should have a right to say how our money is being spent. Detailed information is what we are seeking. Data is what we will deal with. Our children's futures at stake, and as parents, we will stand up and fight until the victory is won. Thank you very much.
The next presenter will be Meyer Levin Principal George Patterson.
Good evening. I want to say good evening to the Department of Education. I want to say good evening to the people representing Uncommon Schools. And I would like to say, of course, good evening to the Meyer Levin community. You know, first and foremost, let me just say something that's very dear to my heart is we have students here tonight. I want to make sure that our students who are here understand that we may disagree, but even when we disagree, it's done with a certain class, with a certain je ne sais quoi. It's done the right way. I don't want to model any inappropriate students because more than anything, we are fighting for you guys. So even while we fight, we're going to model the correct way to fight for you guys. I'm not going to be long, because I think Mr. Dandridge said a lot. What pains me is that we're pitted against each other, and we're all here for the right of the students of District 18.
Thank you. The next presenter will be SLT member and UFT chapter leader, Mr. Rafael Romano.
Good evening. Let me get up so you can all see me. The Department of Education made a mistake. And it's not fair to Meyer Levin, and it's not fair to uncommon charter schools. They made a mistake because their instructional footprint told them there was space at Meyer Levin for a co-location. So they put the plan into effect without any further thought and without asking. They came for a walkthrough because protocol dictates that they must. So they walked through. They looked, but they did not see. They listened, but they did not hear. They made obtuse comments like, you can change your program around. And your performing arts rooms don't need to be used for one discipline. You can share rooms. They did not understand because they didn't come for understanding. They came because they had to. But we wouldn't let it sit because we understood our school. We know our program. We know our space. So we made noise, a lot of noise. And they agreed to come back. Why? Because they made a mistake. But they didn't come back to stop the co-location. They came back to appease us. Their language changed. No longer did they try to tell us that it would work, because they know it wouldn't. They tried to assure us that they would do whatever it takes to make it right. They would rebuild whatever we need. They would help us program if need be. Everything except stopping the co-location. You see, they can't. It's too late. For the DOE, this has to work. If it doesn't, they'll look bad. If it doesn't work, they have to pay for Uncommon to go somewhere else. They made a mistake. But they said they will fix it. They said they will help us make it work. But how can we trust them?
It can't work.
I found the floor plan, the DOE's plan for our third floor for next year. The purple represents IS 285. The orange represents Uncommon. Uncommon is supposed to have 2 kindergarten classes here next year. 2. The DOE's master plan is to have us share 2 hallways with Uncommon in the first year. They didn't put it all in one section where they can fit it and keep us separate. Don't know why. And to add further insult to injury, in the first year, when they didn't have to, they gave Uncommon our dance studio. From this plan, it's obvious that they're going to keep making mistakes. It's not fair for Meyer Levin. It's not fair for Uncommon. The PEP needs to vote down this co-location, and the DOE needs to find another space.